Interesting thing, man. I started gravitating toward people. I, football is a funny world because that world centers around the team and you. And when you separate from the team, you have your secondary team, which are your handlers, your agent, financial advisors, your friends, your hanger-oners, and somewhere in that space, you're the center of it. Mm-hmm. So without even realizing, even though you might give back a whole lot, you might not realize it, but when you become the center of your world, you will become selfish. And I needed that time to rediscover the kid that handed out sandwiches to the poor, the kid that didn't mind helping an old lady cut her front lawn back in Missouri. I needed to reattach with that, and that's what I found again in those 2.5 years, man. I realized that I could do a lot of things, but I wasn't purposed for everything I could do. Being able to perform it doesn't necessarily mean that's what you should be doing. So I performed pretty good as a sports announcer, but my heart wasn't connected to it. I performed pretty good as a sports coach, but my heart wasn't there. It wasn't where my purpose was. And I found myself just connecting with people, inspiring, challenging, pushing, almost being a coach in a different way, except a coach toward being your best self, having a great life, chasing the dreams that's inside of you, and not settling for what everybody else thinks you should be operating in. I learned this the hard way, is that people will root for you at the level of their expectation for you. And if their expectation for you is lower than your capacity, then you will feel a void and feel insignificant, even though they're applauding you. Mm-hmm. People will applaud you at average, man. And so you can't go off of what everybody else thinks. You have to, find that thing in your heart and chase it, because that's where you find real satisfaction. And that's what I did. That's what I had to do for about 3.5, 4 years, 5 years, chasing and digging and doing self-introspection and finding out who am I? What do I have to offer this world? And what core tenets of life am I going to operate in? And as that started to shape itself out, I came up with this idea that I'm here to motivate, educate, inspire, and entertain every person that I come across. And I wanted to make sure that no matter what business venture I got into, I was able to motivate, educate, entertain, and inspire every person that I ran across. So whether it was ministry or rehabilitating a community or what have you, I felt that this was a part of my job to be able to do that. And so I've just, that's what I had to do, and that's what I did. And it was a journey. It's still a journey, mm-hmm. but that's what I had to do. Yeah.